Authorities in a city in northeastern China are investigating a Canadian couple who ran a coffee shop near the Chinese border with the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. Well, the couple is suspected of stealing military and intelligence information, as well as threatening national security. CCTV's Christian Yao joins us now with more on the story. Hi, Christian.
Hi, Artia. Yeah, it sounds like the plot to a bad movie, doesn't it? A Canadian coffee shop couple accused of military espionage in China. But it is the reality facing Kevin and Julia Garrett. We're not clear at this stage whether or not they were formally arrested or whether they are with investigators voluntarily at this stage. But if the allegations are true, it has serious implications for a large number of people here in Canada. 5%, or just under 5% of Canadians class themselves as Chinese Canadian. And that gives you an idea of the strong ties between China and Canada in terms socially, culturally, and also business. Our energy sector here with regards to BC Gas and Alberta Oil relies heavily on cooperation with the Asia-Pacific region, mainly China. So it has implications on business, but on the human level for the family, the Garrett family, we believe they have 3 sons, one of which still lives in China. This is a very stressful time, and they say they're reeling in shock from the allegations against their parents today.
Kevin and Julia Garrett face some serious questions from Chinese authorities. The Canadian couple are suspected of stealing intelligence material about Chinese military targets, effectively spying and threatening national security. The couple's children haven't heard from their parents, described in some reports as Christian activists, since Monday, and say the allegations are absurd. Originally from Vancouver, the Garretts moved to China in 1984. They run a cafe in Dandong near China's border with North Korea since 2008. The Canadian embassy in China says it's aware of the situation and is monitoring events closely. If convicted, theft of state secrets is punishable in China with life in prison or the death penalty. Canada's Foreign Minister John Baird, seen here with his Chinese counterpart last week, is not commenting on the allegations as he continues his tour of Asia.
Canada, as a Pacific nation, looks to the Asia-Pacific region as a huge priority, and we're very keen to expand our engagement economically and security and in people-to-people ties between Canada and this dynamic region.
But the news is dominating headlines here in Canada, and the idea of Cold War-style espionage has got people talking.
It's very necessary for a country like Canada or America or any industrial country to know what's going on with foreign governments such as China. And I believe that there's a lot of espionage going on. In fact, I know there's a lot of espionage going on.
So, Christian, very serious allegations against this couple. Is there a precedent for this kind of investigation into Canadians?
Into Canadians, not really, although a man that I'll talk about shortly is facing allegations in the US. But in terms of Western couples, this year they're not the first Western couple to face such allegations in China. Just last month, a British man, Peter Humphrey, and his American wife were charged with industrial espionage in relation to alleged work done for GlaxoSmithKline, the drug giant from the UK. Their trial's set for August the 8th. By then, perhaps, we'll have a better idea as to whether or not the Garretts face a similar fate to them. And just referring to that Chinese businessman up here in British Columbia, who was accused just last month of hacking into US defense contractor computers, it seems that there's an awful lot of suspicion around the US, Canada and China at the moment, at the most critical part of their economic relationship. All countries involved here acknowledge that they need to work together closely to progress economically and to bolster each other's growth. But there doesn't seem to be the trust in relation to that as well, and we're seeing a lot of allegations at the very least with regards to espionage of a military or industrial form.
Christian Joe, thank you very much.